Clash Royale is making 3 huge changes to the game coming in the new season. This is a bad head, and let's go over them because everybody has probably seen the new balance changes. If you don't, we're going to go over them very quickly because they're really bad. Guards are getting like a 6% damage nerf because, hear me out, the guards are used to counter the Prince and the Boss Bandit, guys. So the Prince and the Boss Bandit are being countered by the guards. So everybody's using the guards and people aren't using as much Prince and Boss Bandit because of the guards. So the reasonable conclusion is we should nerf the Prince and the Boss Bandit because they're broken and they're making everybody run guards, and that way we'd see a decrease in use rate of all 3 of them. But instead, let's nerf the guards. Okay, great. And what's next is the P.E.K.K.A. evolution. I believe they're doing some tweaking with the, where is the P.E.K.K.A. evolution? With how much it heals off of certain units. So it's getting a little bit of a buff. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, so basically, you know how it heals off of different HP sized units? It's basically going to get more health from each of those. The evolved cannon is also getting a little bit of a nerf. It's going to be nerfed to its damage barrage radius. So you know how the radius of the thing is super big and carries like over half of the arena? Now it's going to be a little bit shorter, so it'll be harder to kill literally everything with one place of the cannon. And the Royal Chef is getting an, what is this, an 8% health buff. It's still going to be complete dog ass. Don't use it. It's not going to help you. Now, here is where the fun begins. Clash Royale has added 3 new reworks that I'm very struggling to find right now. Starting off with the cannon cart. Now, what they've done is they've made it so the cannon cart no longer has a shield. So, according to Donald, the game designer, they're doing this mainly because of technical bug fixes. There's a lot of weird things that interact with the way the shield comes off the cart. So now he's just going to have all that shield health turned into normal health, and he's not, there's no shield popping animation. So things like Infernos won't, they won't like stop targeting him when they pop off the shield. There's less like glitchiness with, you know how like when you shoot a lava hound there's a split second where the pups don't exist, so if you have a Valk underneath it the tower will target the Valk. That's kind of what happens with the cart a little bit. It will no longer happen, and this should make the cart way easier to defend, and I feel like a lot worse in a lot of situations. I don't think cart is the strongest card in the game right now, but it's definitely like a pain in the ass, so it's basically a nerf, and I'm glad it's getting a nerf. Next up, the rework to the Golden Knight. Now the Golden Knight is effectively going to be way better because right now I think he's by far the worst champion in the game. I would rather have a normal knight in like any circumstance other than my opponent places Goblin Gang in front of the tower. And there's a lot of glitchy interactions with the Golden Knight. This rework is going to change that a lot. Basically, it's really simple. He's going to be able to dash backwards. So now, instead of being able to counter him by putting something like a Goblin Gang behind him or skeletons behind him, he will dash through those and continue going on. So this is going to make him more viable. I don't think it'll make him broken at all, but it will definitely be a card that you can play around with in decks that have a mini tank role, and because he's going to be able to dash and deal with bait. And I feel like this is an indirect nerf to recruits as well, because all they do is just place spam cards that like swarm you. And so if the Golden Knight can reliably dash on like all of those, then that's a really good, you know, that's really good. But at the same time, you can only use 1 champion in the deck. So if you have broken champions already, Monk is pretty good right now. Little Prince has been even getting better. Queen is obviously insane. Boss Bandit's insane. I mean, you're not going to see Golden Knight do too great, but that's good, right? I mean, we don't want him overpowered, right? We just want him usable, and right now he's not really usable at all, so this rework should change that. And here is the most fun rework of them all, I would say. The Goblin Hut is 4 elixir, has way more health, and no longer spawns goblins retroactively. It only spawns goblins when something is, oh my eye. This is what happens when you have like long ass hair. It just falls. But your Goblin Hut is no longer going to spawn goblins that you have to respond to, which is a really, really fun idea, because the problem with spawners is you just play SimCity, you place a spawner down, and you just sit there, and then you just like, that's something that they don't want in the game, and that nobody wants in the game. I think there's a lot of unhealthy playstyles, like recruits, like E-Golem. Don't say Lava Hound, I'll ban you. Goblin Hut it's now going to spawn goblins way faster. It has way more health, and it's going to be used as more of an anti-air building now, so you're going to see a lot of interesting. I really want to test this out, because I don't think, like, I saw it on first glance, I was like, this card, this rework sucks, right? This really, what is this going to do? And against certain cards, like maybe Baby Baby Dragon, it does suck, but it's 4 elixir now, which is already a huge buff. It's going to spawn a bunch of Spear Goblins, so there's going to be definitely that DPS there. There's going to be a counter push with it. Obviously, you know that Spear Goblins are super weak and they're going to die to a ton of things, but I could see this being used in a lot of different bait archetypes maybe, because you're going to get that extra card that your opponent's going to have a splash card or a spell to deal with. So I think there's a lot of, I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys think that this could go into, because to me this seems like a really, really fun rework. I don't think it's going to be broken, but also I don't know what the pros are going to do with this creation. So there's that, but also the Goblin Hut has been completely useless. So if it sees any uptick in use rate at all, then this is a successful rework, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it looks pretty fun. I definitely would like to try it out, and I think, you know, the game needs more fun right now. Although the meta right now isn't terrible, I'd say. I mean, it's obviously there's some broken stuff, but it's been the best it's felt in a little while. Obviously, I'm kind of biased against that because you know, the new Evos all just counter my deck, blah, 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 blah. But I've been having a lot more fun recently, so I hope that they can continue. I hope the Evo Witch is getting a nerf too. I think it definitely will, but I don't know if it'll be impactful or not. But yeah, let me know what reworks you think that people need or they need to add for the game. Let me know what you think that maybe cards need a balance change, something like that, because we did only get 4 balance changes. I don't say Prince, everybody knows Prince already, but yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Have a great rest of your day, and make Goblin Hut great again.